Yo, what's good YouTube, man? It's Clutch. We back out with another video, man. Today's video, I got you guys with this new rare two-way floor general build in NBA 2K24. Now, this actually is a pretty solid build right here. Today, I'm going to show you guys how to make it. So, of course, this stuff right here is personal preference. And then for position, I'm pretty sure this build can only be made at point guard. If you go shooting guard, small forward, it will give you a different build name, so you do have to go point guard. I'm going to go 6'8 with this build. I think 6'7 is probably the only other height I would go. I think 6'7, 6'8 probably is the best height. I'm going to go 6'8. I did go 199 pounds. The reason for that is because it's a two-way build. This build is kind of going to be like a lockdown defender as well. It's going to have a 94 perimeter and a 91 steal. And 199 pounds is actually the maximum weight where you can keep that 77 acceleration. If you guys don't know, that does give you gold fast feet. So go 6'8". 199, and then you want to max the wingspan out as well, because unfortunately, in order to get this build name, your three-point shot and your mid-range shot cannot be anything higher than a 77. So yeah, go 6'8", 199 max wingspan. All right, moving on to the actual build, I'm gonna show you guys how to create this two-way floor general. All right, now for the speed, at least put this to an 81. This build also will be able to have pretty good ball handling, so I did go 81 speed for that silver speed booster. And then you definitely do want to max out your acceleration. We do have a 94 perimeter on the build. 77 XL will give us that gold fast feet. And then I did put my strength to a 55 because that is the requirement for gold clamps. If you want to go higher, you definitely could. It just has to be at least a 55 for that clamps. And then vertical, I put this to a 74 because I am going to have a 78 block on the build for silver chase down. Obviously, that does require a 74 vertical. And then max out the stamina to a 99. That will give us Hall of Fame 94 feet and Hall of Fame workhorse. Now that the physicals are done, let's get straight into actually making this build. Now, close shot and driving layup, I didn't really touch these. I just left them at the bare minimum, which the bare minimum with my ball handling was a 64 layup and a 44 close shot. I think actually 64 layups actually not bad. It does give you that bronze acrobat and it gives you silver spin cycle. Yeah, that was just the bare minimum. I didn't touch it, but you do get a lot of good bronze badges, which is definitely not terrible. And then for driving dunk, now unfortunately with this build, you cannot have contact dunks. I think the maximum driving dunk is an 80. If you go above 80 driving dunk with this build, it will change the name of the build. And there's really no point in going 80. It will give you more dunk packages, but in terms of badges, you don't get anything from 75 to 80. So yeah, I just went 75. I think that's definitely more than enough. 75 will give you that silver aerial wizard, gold spin cycle, bronze whistle, and you get pretty much all the good dunk packages at 75. There's really no point of going 80 in my opinion, but 80 is the maximum if you do want to do that. If you go above that, it does change the name of the build. And that's pretty much all I did for finishing. Alright, now moving on to shooting, I did put the mid-range shot to a 72. Now keep in mind, like I did say earlier, in order to get this build name, your mid-range shot and your three-point shot cannot be anything higher than a 77. If you go 78 and above on the mid-range or three-pointer, it does change the name of the build. So I just went 72 mid-range. You could go like 76. I think that will actually give you more badges. I just went 72 for that silver mini magician. It definitely is nice to have that. If you don't really care about that, you could leave the mid-range at the lowest, which I think is like 61, 62. But it is nice having that mini magician. And three ball, I put this to a 76, but you can go 77 at the maximum. If you go 78, it does change the name. 77 is the maximum, but as you guys see, you don't get any extra badges for 77. So I just went 76 because 76 will give you that bronze agent and silver corner specialist. And then I did put the free throw to a 60. Actually, no, I put it to a 72. So yeah, we got it to a 72, so we get that bronze free points badge, which is pretty nice if you play fives. Alright, moving on to playmaking. Now, pass accuracy. In order to get this build name, Floor General, two-way Floor General, your pass accuracy does have to be at least an 87 for that bronze bailout. If you go 86 and below, it will change the name of the build. So yeah, keep that in mind. It does have to be at least an 87. But since we're a Floor General, I figured why not give this build some really high pass accuracy. 89 is actually not a bad threshold that will give you gold dimer and gold relay passer. Plus, it also does unlock the best pass style in the game, Tyrese Halliburton. I wouldn't stop at 89 though. I think 91 is a perfect threshold. I personally did go at 91 because it does give you silver bailout, you get gold needle threader, and you get that Hall of Fame special delivery. 91 is a really nice threshold. Like I said, you do get Tyrese Halliburton pass style at 89. Just since we're a Floor General, I thought it would be nice to have some high pass ac. Now, you actually do get Hall of Fame break starter at 92. We're a point guard though. That's more of a badge for centers. I don't think you really need that, but if you want it, we are 1 point off of that. And then I did put the ball handle to an 84. 84 is nice. That will give us that silver blow by, and of course go 75 speed ball. That will unlock Magic Johnson dribble style, that silver blow by, silver hyperdrive, and silver speed booster. If you guys don't know, you do unlock the Jamal Murray behind the back at 83, and then if you go 84, you get that silver blow by. 85 will give you gold ankle breaker. I don't think you really need that in my opinion. It also will give you some more dribbling animations if you want those. 84 I think is perfect for that silver blow by, and you will unlock that Jamal Murray behind the back. And that's pretty much all I did for playmaking. Alright, now defense. Of course, we are a two-way, so this build is going to have pretty good defense. I did put the interior defense to a 61. That is what you need for bronze anchor. Now, perimeter defense. In order to get this build name two-way Floor General, your perimeter defense does have to be at least an 87 for that gold challenger. If you go 86 and below, I'm pretty sure it will just call you a Floor General. So if you want this build name two-way Floor General, it does have to be at least an 87. But like I said, I did make this build to be more like a lockdown build. So I actually went all the way up to a 94, which does give you Hall of Fame Challenger, Hall of Fame ankle braces, Workhorse Hall of Fame clamps. I made the build to be more like a lockdown, but like I said, bare minimum is 87. And then for the steel, at least go 85. But since I made this build to be more like a lockdown, you definitely do want to have that 91 steel. This is really nice. It does give you that gold glove, gold interceptor, and the gold right stick ripper. And then I did put the block to a 78. 77 of course will give you that bronze anchor, and then go 78 for silver chase down. That obviously requires a 78 block and a 74 vertical. And then I did go 60 defensive rebound just so we get that bronze rebound chaser. Here's pretty much the build, the two-way Floor General. Pretty solid build. As you guys see, it really is a two-way Floor General because we do have really high passing accuracy and we do have really good defense. If you really wanted to, you could play lockdown with this build. You have really good perimeter, really high steal, good enough block, rebounding, got that 77XL for that gold fast feet, got that gold clamps, got good enough finishing, and you do have good enough shooting. Pretty solid build right here. And here is the shades of Lonzo Ball, Drew Holiday, Tyrese Halliburton. Like I did say, this build is called a two-way Floor General. But yeah, that's pretty much the build. Let me know what you guys think about this build in the comment section below. If you guys have any other builds you guys would like me to make a video on, please let me know. I really would appreciate it. Make sure you guys do drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'm out.